May is Foster Care Awareness Month, and a West Michigan mom is sharing her story about opening her home and her heart. 13 on Your Side's Alexis Zoomer-Jean spoke to that woman about the impact of being a foster parent. Alexis.
Lauren, Andrea Ferrader never imagined a volunteer event would lead her to motherhood, but that's exactly what happened. Now she's raising 3 adopted kids and helping others understand what children in foster care really need. For Andrea Ferrader, being a mom is something she says is so special.
When I got called mom for the first time, that was pretty special. I remember kind of tearing up and being like, I looked at my husband and I was like, they just call me mom.
The path to motherhood for her was a journey she didn't expect.
I had just gotten married, and for a couple of years my husband and I were trying to have kids, and it just was not really in the cards for us.
While hoping to grow her family, an opportunity to help others came up.
So, geez, like I said, about 15 years ago, I was working for a local company, and we did a lot of like volunteering. They were big on like spending volunteer hours, and we would go do things as a team. And so we volunteered a lot at D.A. Blodgett St. John's Home.
It was during that volunteer shift
We put on like a kids circus. We did their playground. We would wrap Christmas presents.
where her path to motherhood became aligned.
The rest is history.
Andrea and her husband adopted 2 boys and years later a daughter. After working with foster children, she says this journey of becoming a mother allowed her to discover not just joy, but deep responsibility.
Whenever people ask me this, I always say it's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, but also the most rewarding thing that I've ever done. So it's like a both and.
She says kids in foster care need more than a bed. They need someone who will stay, even when it's hard.
People think that there is a certain type of person that it takes to be a foster parent, and that's just not true.
And now she's hoping to encourage others to choose the same path of motherhood to help more children. This May, D.A. Blodgett St. John's is releasing new resources to help others take their first step because the need is urgent.
We need more families to get licensed that are willing to take in these kiddos and provide them with stability.
D.A. Blodgett St. John's Homes hosts a informational orientation providing any answers for new adoptive or foster parents. The next orientation is May 20th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. For more details, visit our website. In the newsroom, Alexis Zoomer-Jean, 13 on Your Side.